Hi everyone, this is Mary and welcome to Kids Create Club. Today we're going to make a rocket ship. Okay, we're going to use a straw, some paper, and we're going to color it and hopefully it'll take off. So I'm going to lift the bottom of my mask up just for a second to show you how this works. Okay, here's what you're going to need to make your rocket ship. Some paper. And I used printer paper, but any kind of thin paper will work because the thinner the paper is, the better it'll fly through the air. You need a straw. I used a paper straw, but it's nice and strong. It's not the bendy kind, it's just a straight kind. A pencil to draw your rocket ship with. If you want to make sure your rocket ship is really even, you can use a ruler to draw with, but you don't have to. You can just draw it. Okay? You'll need a glue stick, or you could possibly use school glue, but I think a glue stick would be better. And also a little bit of tape. This is my porcupine tape dispenser. So it's a little bit of tape. And you'll need a scissors to cut everything out. And let's not forget, with our scissors, thumb through the top hole, first two fingers through the bottom hole, and these extra two fingers, just tuck them away. Keep your elbow in, and keep your thumb up when you cut. Okay, I think that's all we're going to need, so now I'm going to show you how to put it all together. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we have to think about is how we attached the rocket ship and the straw. Okay, we didn't attach the rocket ship directly to the straw. We made a little tube here that the straw fits in, and we connected that to the rocket ship. So, to make our tube, all we need is a piece of paper. I used printer paper because it's nice and light. And then we're just going to cut a little square or rectangle out of the corner. So either, I'd say if I were going to measure it, it would probably be about 2 inches long and about 1.5 inches high. But you don't need to measure. You can just cut a little square out of the corner. And after we do that, we're going to roll that square up. Okay, make a little tube out of it that's just a little bit wider than our straw, because we want our straw to be able to fit in there. Once we've got our tube, I'm going to reach over and grab my Scotch tape and just tape that tube closed. Okay. And we can see our straw will fit in there, but it's going to go right through. We've got to do one more thing. We have to fold over the end of our tube and tape that down so that the end is capped off. That's going to prevent the straw from sliding through. It's also going to block any air that we blow through the straw, so that when we blow that air, instead of going straight through the tube, it's going to get stopped by the capped end and blow that whole tube off. Okay? It's not going to just be the tube it blows off, though. It's going to be the rocket ship. So our next step is to make a rocket ship. Right, I'm going to use my same piece of paper that I cut the corner out of, and I'm going to draw a rocket ship. Now, I know I said that you should use pencil, but you can really use whatever you want. And I'm going to use a marker so that you can see it a little better. And you can make your rocket ship whatever shape you want. As I said, if you wanted it to be really even and straight, you can use a ruler, but you can just draw it too, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make mine a rectangle shape, I think. So, I don't know. If I were going to measure, that would probably be about 3.5, maybe 4 inches. You don't have to measure. I'm going to make the sides of my rectangle and the ends. All right, so that's how I'm going to start it. I think I'll make a triangle nose cone on the end and put a smaller rectangle down here to be the blaster that it takes off from. And then lots of rocket ships have little fins. I'm going to draw a little fin on this side and then another little fin on this side. And I'm going to give it a window, one of those round windows. It's really probably called a porthole. Okay. And then you can put any kind of decorations you want on it too. Maybe some stripes, or if you want to put some zigzags. Whatever you'd like to do. So there's my rocket ship. And then once I've drawn it, I'm going to want to color it. Okay, so there's lots of ways you can color it. Here's one that I colored with marker, and here's one that I colored with crayon. And just to show you, I also made some other slightly different shape, kind of a fat oval sort of shaped, partly like half of an oval, for some rocket ships too that I drew. So you can make it round or oval or square or rectangle or freeform. However you want to make your rocket ship is great. So next step after you color it is going to be to cut it out. So I'm going to take my scissors and cut around one of my blue fins and around my long rectangle green body and my blue triangle nose cone, and down the other side of my rocket ship body and around that other blue fin. And then I just have to do the bottom part. Okay. So now I've got my rocket ship cut out. All I have to do is attach it to my tube. Okay? And here's how I'm going to do that. I think the easiest way to do it is going to be with a glue stick instead of tape. And can you figure out why? Because if I put a little glue on here from a glue stick, that doesn't add very much weight to my rocket ship. See, and I'm putting it just down the middle where it's going to be under that tube. Just on the top half of the rocket, the back of the rocket ship, the top half, just right in the middle. Okay? So just adding a little glue from a glue stick doesn't make that rocket ship very much heavier. But if I put tape on there, that would make it, I think, kind of a lot heavier. So, and the heavier it is, the less far it's going to fly. So I stuck that on there, and just to push it down a little so it sticks better, I'm just sticking the end of a pencil in there and pushing down. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to see if my straw goes in there. It does. And I'm going to turn it over. So there is my rocket ship. I've got a blue and a green one this time. And it's connected to my tube, which is what I put my straw through. And then when I blow it, we'll be able to blast off and take a rocket ship ride. Well, I hope you had fun making your rocket ship today. And you know, there are other things that fly through the air too. Airplanes, there's birds, butterflies, other insects. So you could draw whatever you'd like that flies through the air, color it, and attach it to the end of your straw and make that fly too. So I hope you'll think about some ideas of your own that you can use with this straw to make things fly through the air. And I will see you next time. We'll have some more things to make on Kids Create Club. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.